Jai Jayendra, Namaste and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the 63rd question of the problem solving series and the first question of string data structure. The difficulty level for this question is easy and this question has been asked in Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Adobe, Amazon and many other companies. Okay, so let's begin. Find the index of the first occurrence in a string. So we are given two strings named as haystack and needle. We need to find the occurrence of needle in haystack and we need to return the index of the first occurrence. Okay, so let's look at the example and we'll understand the question. So haystack string is sad but sad and needle is sad. So you can see this sad has actually come over here, right? This is the first occurrence of sad. There is one more occurrence of sad, but we need to return the index of the first occurrence of needle in the sad, right? Needle in the string haystack. So what is the index of the first occurrence? It starts with 0. So we will be returning 0. Okay, we need to return the starting index of the first occurrence of the string needle in string haystack. Say if we look at another example, if we have a string haystack as say lead code and needle as Lito. Okay, now what do? We see Lito and lead code. So if here you can see up to lead it is matching, but then it's O, so it's not matching the first thing. So if we continue and see in this whole string, we won't get Lito thing. So there is no occurrence of needle in haystack. In that case, we are supposed to return -1. It's given in the question. Okay. Now, how do we solve this question? Okay. The first thing you can think of is, okay, see if the string's first letter is matching, then check for the second letter if it is matching or not. And then check for the third letter. If you get it, then you return the index of the first letter, then you have to go back again. Right? So, or you have to keep two loops and start from one and start from here, and if it matches, you check whether it is matching or not. If it doesn't match, then increase it and then go again, right? So if I take another example, then probably it would be clear. Say what should I write? Computer science. Computer, let's say computer, and the string is computer. I want to make some changes so that I want a repeated string. Okay, computer, say computer engineer. Okay, engineer, right? Let's take the example engineer. Okay, and this is haystack and there is a needle string is say engineer EER. Okay, so if this is the string, so we say in the beginning EE is matching, right? And then if we increment and then we see, okay, E is E and N, it's not matching. So at that point, what do? You started with this, then you go, okay, the string doesn't start with this, we will start with N. And then again, when we start with N, this again goes from starting, because it has to match from starting, right? So N, E is not matching, okay, it's not matching, you go to G. G not matching, you go to E. I not matching with this first letter, you go to N. Okay, whenever it doesn't match, break it. And E not matching, you go to E. Now EE is matching. Again EE is matching, and then R is matching. You return this whole thing. Okay. So in this way, in order of n square, we can solve this problem. Okay, but we can actually there is one way. I don't think in this question is given in the problem. You can optimize this n square thing, KMP algorithm, which we'll look later on. But for now, we just need to do this. But we can optimize this as well. We can use a library in C++, which is called as substring. Okay, so which internally does the same thing what we have done. So it will search from this whole needle thing. It will search, like the subset of the string. It will search from 0th length to the length we want. Okay. One more thing that we need to observe is, what if the size of the needle is greater than the size of the haystack? We are trying to search needle in haystack, right? But if the size of the needle is greater than haystack, then we are sure that we won't be able to search it, right? We will return -1 at that point only. So we'll start with that case. If needle dot size is greater than haystack dot size, then return -1. Okay, otherwise what do we do? For I equal to 0, I less than, okay, we have to search till haystack, right? So whatever is the length of the haystack, the initial point, since I am taking the substring, so I will have the condition as haystack dot size minus needle dot size. You will understand once I will show how I have used substring here, which makes the code look easy. Okay, but the complexity remains there anyway. Okay, so I is I plus plus. I have taken the loop, and what I do now, I check if haystack dot substr, this substring, and it starts with I, and this would be, the end would be needle dot size. Okay, because we want to check up to here, right? Needle dot size, I plus needle dot size, it should be, right? If this is equal to needle string, right, then this is equal to needle string. Yeah, equal to needle string. That means return I is the position. So it is finished here itself. Otherwise, you can return -1 or anything. Okay. So what we have done here, if you see this logic, so say here in this case, engineer. Okay. So I starts with 0, and we have the length as till needle dot I plus needle dot size. That means what is the needle dot size? Needle dot size EER 3, right? So 0 plus 3 is 3, right? From 0 to 3, what is the haystack here? ENG. So this ENG is not equal to EER. So here directly I am comparing here itself. Okay, I've just got whatever the string is there. The whole thing is not equal to EER. So here only we have got it. So this won't work. Okay, so we'll increment I. So from NGI, we'll check NGI is equal to ER, no. Then we'll check GIN. Is GIN equal to ER? No. INE, is it equal to ER? No. NEE, is it equal to ER? No. Then EER, yes, it is equal. EER is equal to ER. Then starting with E, we'll return the index of E, that is I. Okay. So in this way, in one single loop, we are getting the answer. But in that single loop also, every time we are finding this substring, right? So internally it is order of n square, but this makes it simpler, right? Substring is a library, so it makes it simpler. So you can write this code, or you can write that code as well. The link to the question is given in the description. Please try it yourself and then come to my code walkthrough section.
Here is the code walkthrough of the 63rd question and the first question of string. Find in the lead code platform. Find the index of the first occurrence in a string. Here is the example that we have already discussed. Okay, is the second example. Okay, you see here sad is find. Sad is the string needle, which is sad, is found in the beginning itself. So the starting index of this is 0, so we return 0. So the code is same as we have discussed, and we'll just, you can check the code, match your code with it, and I'll submit this directly. So this has been accepted. See you all soon in the next video, where I'll be explaining the 64th question of the problem solving series and the second question of string. Jai Jinendra.